It's the dawn of a new day in the elite racing leagues, and we begin this new era by revisiting our past. It's the 2003 Cup Series presented by 3YTV on the Elite Broadcasting Network. I am James Watson, and I am joined by my broadcast partner, Zach Immel. First of all, Zach, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you, James. I'm excited for tonight, especially after yesterday's 2 charity races. If you weren't here for that, boy, did you miss out. As I know, briefly talk about that throughout the night here. James, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. After last night's lovely appetizer, we're going to be treated to the full course at the wonderful Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California, or back as it was known at this point in time, California Speedway, one of the most beloved tracks on the NASCAR calendar. Oh my goodness! Oh wow! As you can see, the end of practice is always sure interesting. The moment of silence for Gerald Campbell after that one. Oh boy. So, what are you looking forward to tonight, Zach?
Honestly, I'm looking forward to the chaos that this track can bring as we're witnessing the ending laps of practice here as we watch somebody push into the wall and Ellis Thompson spin out on the corner. If last night's race at Daytona taught me anything about the series and how it's kind of going to go throughout the rest of the season here, everybody's going to be fighting for the win. It's going to get hectic. It's going to be carnage. I'm looking forward to it as we start qualifying here. James, what are you looking forward to for tonight?
Oh, I'm looking forward to much the same. If last night was any indication, like you said, not only does practically everyone have an opportunity to battle for the win, we will see some titanic matches all the way throughout the race as we started qualifications, but everyone's out on track. Is this a graphical error, or me thinks we might be having open qualifying here?
No, it's individual. Everyone's out of the track at the same time. Oh wait, no, you're right. It is open qualifying.
Goodness.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy, wow, this is gonna throw a big spanner into the works. Woohoo! Wow. Oh, it reminds me of how another league I'm familiar with does things. Okay, well this is gonna be something.
Guys, want to give a shout out to who posted this? Gavin Hibbs on the on the Discord.
Oh wow! Alrighty then, folks.
Well, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I feel like lap times are kind of thrown out the window here with everyone being able to get drafted around here. Oh, this is gonna be something.
It sure is. You best, if you don't have a drafting partner, you best be finding one, because otherwise, yeah, your qual laps aren't gonna be the greatest without any help.
Absolutely not. It's not, especially around here. I feel like we're going to have another night like Daytona yesterday. It's going to be drafting. We're going to see multiple lines coming through here. We may just see one. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how this goes, as Jonathan Cutlip is currently your qualifying leader. As I say that, he gets beaten out by so many other people, now with Gavin Hibbs leading.
Yes, sir. New quick time, Gavin Hibbs to the top of the chart so far.
For who his drafting partner is, as we watch somebody in the background make a hard left turn there. I'm pretty sure that's what that was.
It was something. New quick time once again. Smith takes over the top spot.
Alrighty, we started a little early today because we kind of wanted to pay tribute to all of the liveries for tonight. We were kind of worried that we weren't going to get to them all, but I think with open qualifying here, I think we can. James, what's your favorite livery going into tonight?
If they're called paint schemes?
That's a loaded question right there. There are so many amazing paint schemes. You got the classic 03 through 2006 era GM Goodrich paint for Tate Lytle, and I believe the 29 David Trailer is also running it. Yeah, Ty McIntosh's Valvoline All-Star MLB All-Star Game paint that Scott Riggs ran in, I want to say 2003. Jonathan Cutlip breaking out his neon yellow EPI paint that we've seen him made famous in the Belly Up Cup Series for Elite. Chad Frankenfield, one of 2 Dale Jarrett UPS paints. I believe Jacob Adams is also running it as well. Got Ethan Stanley running the old Bill Elliott 91 Stanley Tools Dodge Charger for Everham. Obviously, it's Monte Carlo because we don't have the Dodge yet. In a shocking move, David Westergreen with the Ward Burton 22 Caterpillar car that none of us expected him to run. Nope, didn't see that coming whatsoever. Trey Eatson with the Jeremy Mayfield Mobile 1 number 12. He's running 92 for the league tonight. Ray Bracey in the Travis Quapple Jasper Engines number 77. Was parked up next to the inside wall. Ryan Borges in the 42 Haviland paint. I believe that's the Jamie McMurray version that he had in 2004, but I could be wrong on that one. Yep, there's the second Dale Jarrett 88 Taurus, Jacob Adams. Zach Evans in the I believe that's the reverse pick cap Viagra paint that Mark Martin ran in 04-05, not the traditional mostly black one.
Why is that 24
awesome.
so small?
Right? That's a lovely Jeff Gordon paint there for Michael Hasek. Do it for Dale. Jeff Ryan in the number 3 GM Goodwrench car, made famous by the one, the only, the Intimidator. Now this one I am not familiar with from Andrew Hardcastle. The first paint I do not really recognize, unfortunately. They're my nice little streak.
I was like, you were naming them off pretty well back there. There was a couple I wasn't too sure about coming through there, but the 3 for Dale, that was a good old classic there. As we start the grid process here, James, if you want to take it off.
Yep, we got Aaron Smith, your pole sitter, and Gavin Hibbs in the 95 on the front row. Row 2 features Scott Crump in the 1 and Jonathan Cutlip in the 5. Row 3 features a Leighton Norgard in the 12 and Chad Frankenfield in the 15. A Leighton's paint, I believe it's a custom paint, not a throwback. Ryan Gavel in the 01 Army Joe Nemechek throwback, and Nick Massey in the Jimmy Johnson 48. Ethan Stanley in the Bill Elliott 91, and Gerald Campbell in his 31. I don't recognize that paint either, unfortunately. Vincent Isabella in the 18 FedEx, I believe that's a Bobby Labonte paint, and Eatson in the 92. 13th is Tate Lytle, and 14th is Chris Wright in the Brian Vickers 25, and I'll pass over to you, Zach.
In 15th, we got Zach Evans, and then in the 16 and the number 7 car, we have Bracey in the 17th spot. I knew this was going to come up here.
Paul Mikolajczyk in the 77.
Thank you there. I didn't get 18th there. I'm sorry for whoever that is. In 19th, we have Wadesworth, and then 20th, we have Aaron Bergs. In the 21st, we have Western Green and that nice 22 car. And 22nd place next to him, as we have David Hasek in the 24 car. In the 23rd position here, I believe that is Phillips. Next to him in the 24th, Schmeckles. I'm so sorry if I ruined that. I'm going a little fast here. Tay Rhines in the 25 car, or in 25th position. I'm so sorry. Frank Fody in the 27th, and in 28th we have Bashumer, I believe is how you say that. In
Humor,
29th, we have Daniel Carr, and then 30 in the 29 car is Taylor, rounding out your grid for tonight. Oh, I'm sorry. In the 31st place, we have Rexic, and then in the 32nd place, William White. In 33rd, we have Player, and then in 34th, we have Adams in that 88 car for the UPS. And then rounding out, I believe this time is true, 35th, Havire, and 36th, Rucker. Nope, I'm still wrong.
We have 44 cars here tonight.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We have 44 cars here tonight, with Pocock and Huckleberry back there in that row. I believe that's Jesse Racimas in the 39 there, and then 40th, McTuss and Butwell in 41st and 42nd, Thompson, and that number 30 car there. And now officially rounding out the last bit of your grid here, in 43rd place we have Andrew Hardcastle, and 44th we have James Ryan. Ooh, that was a lot to get through there. Sorry if I butchered that and stumbling over my words a little bit there.
Yeah, that's the tough thing is sometimes reading off all the names, it comes at you fast. As we see the pace car pull off on a pit road, we see Smith bring them down to the restart zone, and green means go. We're underway at Fontana. 250 miles here at California Speedway.
Smith got a good jump there on Gavin Hibbs as Crump tries to kind of push it here to Smith to make that bottom line go forward. As we watch there in the back, some of them going 3 wide, jostling for positions here.
I think we're 4 wide. Oh boy, we are definitely 4 wide.
Oh, yep, I see it way back there. Oh, are we still 4 wide coming in through the corner? I believe so.
I can't even tell at this point. Oh, it's a massive humanity going through 3 and 4.
There are so many different lines coming through these corners here. It's kind of hard to make out where everybody is at. But Gavin Hibbs pushes to the race lead.
Look at this. This is what you love to see. This is what's awesome about California Speedway is the fact that, you know, you have all of these lines and basically each and every one are viable. Well, Zach, like, what is your preferred line when you race here at California Speedway?
Honestly, I would have to say that middle to bottom line there. I mean, you can just hook the car and it just floats so well coming through these corners, and you can get right up to the wall. I'm not a big fan of that high line as we watch a couple of our racers here stick to that top line. That's probably going to be wearing on their tires, so I think tire management here is going to be a big factor in tonight's race. If we stay green flag all the way, I don't believe it'll happen, but I'm hopeful. We'll see what happens. What's your preferred line running through here, James?
I actually really like to run that Dale Jr. line up by the wall. Like, I'm able to carry a lot of pace. I'm able to make a lot of moves. It's difficult though because Cutlip, a little bit of a wiggle, and Jared Campbell took the opportunity to clear him, jump into second. Oh, and Cutlip, he's probably not happy about that. He's trying to get by Campbell, and he was looking to try to get by Hibbs for the race lead.
I say he's still in it though with that tiny little wall above as we watch.
Oh man!
Jared Campbell takes the lead above Hibbins. And then it looks like Cutlip is going to follow him through to keep his second place here. Is Gavin Hibbs going to try to keep it on that inside line? This top line here is looking like it's working.
Absolutely.
Jonathan Cutlip make the move stick for that second place.
Oh man, this is some crazy moves from everyone trying to get these spots, trying to get them as quickly as you can, because you don't know what tire wear is going to be. We have an idea, it's going to be bad. This is California Speedway we're talking about. When you think of tracks that are killers on your tires, California is at the top of the list. This track just chews through that Goodyear rubber. It's so rough, it's so bumpy, but you know, this is why we all love this track. for that and for this. Like, how can you argue with this racing? Like, all kinds of 3 and 4 wide. Just a huge pack, and we're only 6 laps into the race as Gerald Campbell continues to lead.
As we get a little bit of a multi-cam action here, watching the front and watching these mid-pack battles here, as some of them are still 3 wide. They have not let up on any of these positions. They've been jostling and finding it out as we watch Zach Evans, William White, and the 66 car sticking it 3 wide throughout the entire track here. How long do you think they're going to be able to keep this up?
Oh, I can't imagine they'll be able to keep it up too super duper long. Tire wear is gonna come to roost at some point. But you know, because of that, we're still gonna get a lot of big pack racing, because those that burn their tires up are going to be passed by those that are actually trying to save just that little bit. Ugh. Man, Zach Evans in that 06 has been in the thick of it for pretty much the entire race so far. This is the first time I've seen that 06 without at least 1 to 2 cars on his outside and a couple cars on the inside. See him side by side with the 88 of Jacob Adams. See Ray Bracey, the Bojo, making his way up into the top 10. Good opening run for race so far, as you can see that Bojo logo on practically most of the cars in the field so far. Ray, one of the best painters that we have in the Elite Racing League, and everyone loves having the Catman make paints for him. He is rolling in that dough. As we see his teammate Ty McIntosh trying to make his way up. He did not have a good qualifying effort. He started, I believe he started outside of the, either just near 40th or outside the top 40. Right at 40th. Okay, I'm looking at the graphic. Yeah, he started 40th. So he's got a lot of ground to make up. So far, so good. Up 5 spots, but as you can see, he has a long way to go.
Absolutely. I mean, he has made up some ground. He's currently 34th. He's still running in this pack. If I was him, I'd probably want to try to move up as fast as possible, especially with how hard everyone's racing and the tire wear. I'm a big guy.
On the wall, Trailer.
Oh.
Yeah, David Trailer and that other Kevin Harvick Goodwrench car, he got the wall center on 1 and 2 when he lost a ton of track position because of that.
Fell back 9 places there after that big wall hit, so he's gonna want a good recovery drive here. Luckily, still no caution here as we are going on to lap number 11 here. And as your dominant leader, I believe that's still Jared Campbell there, making his way out front still. I wonder how his tires are feeling at this point. James, what are we talking about? Tires?
Oh, we got a car around. Nick Massey spinning to the inside wall. Oh, and he made contact, but not as much as you think. That was a impeccable job to keep that car running. When I saw him go down to the inside with that speed, I thought for sure that this is going to kill that 48 car. But he kept the damage minimal. He's still in it. He's definitely going to need a caution, but Nick Massey lives to race another day. So you can see 3 wide, almost 4 wide for P2. Stanley, Hibbs, and Cutlip. See Gavin Hibbs still running that Jamie McMurray throwback from, I believe, when he filled in for Sterling Marlin and got his first win in 2002, 2003. As we see side by side for the race lead.
Here's what happened to the 48.
As we get a replay here, as we watch another battle for the first here. Oh.
Yeah, I think what happened was the 18 got real sideways off of the corner, and I think that spooked Gavin Hibbs just a little bit. He tried to give the 18 room, and unfortunately Nick Massey was right there, and it sent Massey to the inside wall. Oh, chaos! We got our caution. First caution. Oh, and it's a big one. We got a couple cars around.
I say, who is that? It looks like the number 17, and I can't see who else is way back there.
09 Ty McIntosh slow pulling away from that incident as well.
Say Jared Campbell, Jonathan Cutlip, and I believe that's Gavin Hibbs for your top 3.
Right, here we go. Ooh! Oh!
Oh. That looks like there's that number 17, or sorry, the 0 car spinning it, collecting the 17, and a couple other ones got some slight damage there.
Yeah, there might have been a little bit of help on that. It looked like the 7. Oh, nope, no help. The net 0 of Cole Pocock. He got loose, 17, and nowhere to go. Bounces down into Daniel Gore. Ty McIntosh damaged, nowhere to go. A little bit of damage for I believe Sam Bootwell as well. See, Cale Pocock in the number 0 net 0 car. I believe it might be the Wardburg one, but I'm not sure. Right in front of the Matt Kenson's throwback. Just a lot of wrong place at the wrong time for a few of our competitors out there.
I mean, we watched the same thing happen to Dave Huckleberry yesterday, as he was the unfortunate collector of a really bad wreck during Daytona last night. If you missed that, and just absolute carnage hitting the wall there. Looks like the number 11 car just wanted to sneak by, but unfortunately missed his opportunity.
You got pit stops. Oh, Gavin Hibbs, he missed his box. He's got to back up. Oh, that's going to cost him some time and probably a good chunk of position.
Missing box, Caleb Pecumer missed his stall.
Nope. Oh. That's unfortunate for Pecumer.
I see a couple cars lifting up on that left side there, so it may be fueling some tires here. Really interesting call here this early. I mean, do you think this is for track gain here, or are they trying to gamble on these tires?
I mean, personally, like, even though we've only done 15 laps, I would still absolutely take tires, because the tire wear is probably still going to be pretty significant, and you're just going to absolutely just tank through the field. And honestly, it might be kind of dangerous too. That's the thing, is that on that slower used rubber, there's a good chance that you might just absolutely get run over by those behind you that just are not able to anticipate the speed difference. So we see a few of the cars involved in the incident pulling off. Hopefully they've got all their damage fixed. I believe the 21 Sam Bootwell, he didn't get a whole lot of damage. Like Nick Massey was able to get his repairs done as well. He's the big beneficiary of this caution, able to get his damage fixed and back up into the fray.
He's probably going to be lucky with that tonight, getting back into this as we watch the number 0 car sitting there. He probably has a lot more damage than the rest of them, especially with how hard he hit the wall there. As we come back to the front here with Jared Campbell still up front. I'm not too sure if he took a pit stop there. I couldn't really tell. I don't know if you could see him in that mess there, James, but I sure hope he does, because as you were talking, that tire difference may be everything here. I think we are having...
No, it's all good. It's all good. You guys are seeing black, but everyone else is seeing good. Just working on a small little thing here in OBS.
Looks like we're still good here, as we're still one to green. Around, I believe, the final corner here.
Yep. As we see our first single file with lap car inside restart. pace car making the hard left turn on the pit road. Gerald Campbell will lead us to the restart zone. And green means go. We're back underway at California. Oh, we got some issues back. Oh, got a whole lot of cars having issues. A lot of not great restarts in the back of the field, and cars having to jump out of the line to avoid an even bigger calamity.
As we are now 3 wide up front with Jared Campbell and Tate Lytle and the lapped traffic trying to make their way around.
Oh,
I think that was somebody into the wall back there.
yeah, I believe it was the blue and pink car. I believe that's the 59 Caleb Percumer. Got close to the wall. Definitely kicked up some smoke. As we see side by side, Tate trying to get by the 31. Oh, we got 3 wide. Paul Mikolajczyk trying to make it 3 wide for the race lead.
I think we're about to make it 4 wide here if the number 10 or 25 car can get their nose in.
Yeah, number 10, I believe that's Jeff Green throwback, the old Nesquik number 10.
Looks like it, and he is quick in that car tonight, so he's living up to the name as Tate Lytle takes the lead.
Oh, Campbell a little bit sideways in front of the 10. 10 did a great job to give him just that little bit he needed to gather it up. Otherwise, that could have been bad.
Absolutely. I'd say Jared Campbell is still trying to stay in this top fight here with all these other runners behind him as Tate Lytle looks to be pulling a little bit of a lead here.
He is.
The gap is growing as we get that timing coming around at almost 2 seconds. Or, sorry, 2 tenths.
Yeah, and as quickly as we say that, Campbell already starting to catch him up.
Absolutely, I say they're relentless tonight. They're trying to make everything work and everything stick here. You still watch this battle up front, and every car behind them is still jostling for position. I feel like we're watching the start of the race again.
I know. And to think we restarted single file and immediately became not single file.
If you were to tell me this as I was just joining, I would not believe you with the amount of carnage that we're watching as we're watching Jared Rexing, I believe is how you say his name.
Correct.
Right behind Jared Campbell and Tate Lytle here. He's looking like he wants to make a move on Jared Campbell here. He needs to make it stick as we get the bump draft going here a little bit. And
wow.
What a push!
He sent Campbell in there. Campbell able to complete the pass. Oh, but Tate Lytle says nope. Wow, with the mid-corner crossover. Oh my goodness.
Tate Lytle with an amazing read on that move here as we watch
chaos.
The 20.
We got a caution.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Jacob Adams in the 88. The 03 also looks like he's missing his bumper.
Ryan Borges.
Yeah. Borges missing that front end of that. I believe it's a Dale Jr. Busch Series throwback. Oh,
whoa,
oh goodness.
Oh my God.
Ryan Borges to the 42. So there was a third car involved.
Yeah, it looked like the 42, the 03, and the 88 all with major damage. I don't know what happened, but something turned the 42 down into the 69, and then the 03 and the 88 making contact, trying to check up. Oh, a little bit of side contact with the 42 and the 43 of William White, and once again, just not able to get checked up in time. Like, when you're literally right behind the incident, there's nothing you could do, and unfortunately, pretty significant damage for the 88 and the 03.
The 99 hit the wall.
Yeah, and they all got checked up behind him.
So that's another case of nowhere to go. With this close racing and how everyone was, he just had nowhere else to go but into the back of the 99 car, and everyone else behind him looks like they just didn't have a chance.
Aboard with Frank Fodi.
Yeah, big damage for Frank Fodi in, I believe it's a Steve Grissom Kodiak car. He's got damage to that hood. I saw him pulling on a pit road with the hood all the way up on that windshield.
That's a tough night for Frank Fodi there, as you heard him go down to the pit lanes. But the number 25 car is now your race leader here. I believe we had a couple more pit stops there coming around as we have Gavin Hibbs back there. I want to say about P5, P6?
So at the moment, 24th and back went down pit road. So Tate Lytle in 24th, Gerald Campbell, Paul Mikolaj, I can't say the name now, Jared Rexing, and so further on down, all went down pit road. Only one person has yet to go down pit road tonight, and that is Chris Wright, which technically isn't a lie because he did go down pit road. He just missed his stall. That first caution.
And we all know that Chris Wright loves his alternative strategy calls. So if you've been following the Elite Racing Leagues for any amount of time, yeah, this doesn't surprise you one bit from the driver of the 25 Brian Vickers throwback. I believe it's the, oh God, what was the sponsor? It's GMAC.
Okay. So you'll be a little bit better on these ones because I don't remember any of these throwback liveries.
Was
here
it Brian Vickers or was it No, I guess because if it was red, it wouldn't be Vickers.
Yeah, I remember Vickers running that paint, and then also the red, white, and blue one that he made famous from shipping Junior and Jimmy to the inside to win at Talladega in 2006. As we are. Oh, go on, Zach.
I was just to say, as we are 1 to green here, as we're about to take this restart here, it's very interesting, this strategy call here, as we get the lapped traffic on the inside of Chris Wright here. I feel like we're going to have a pretty good restart here as they're entering the final corner.
Yes, sir. And Jesse Racimas taking his spot on the inside, trying to get back onto the lead lap. You see the field making their way out of turn 4. Pace car makes the hard left-hand turn to the pit road, bring us to the restart zone, and green means going. We're back underway at California. A little bit of a more organized restart for everyone. A couple people jumping out, but a lot better compared to what we saw first time around.
I don't know how much longer that's going to stay contained here, as we already look back, and there's some people making it look like 3 wide back there, but they're running side by side as Chris Wright gets a really good jump ahead of Jonathan Cutlip.
See Vincent Isabella going to P2.
No, he's third.
Oh. He was P2 for a moment, and then Jonathan Cutlip said, nope, I want this back.
Jonathan Cutlip has been doing a very good job of putting his car right where in the defensive spot, as Isabella looks like he's going to make the move. Going to make it stick? Not quite.
See Ryan Gavel making his way up towards the front of the field.
I do want to point out, on that restart, Kendall Noah player did get a black flag. We don't have the reason why, but he did get a black flag, and actually going to be serving a drive-thru at the moment.
It's going to be a tough recovery drive from him. He's probably going to want another caution to hopefully stay on the lead, or not on the lead lap here, but stay up in this fight here, because I feel like if he's going to get out of cycle here, he may not make it back up, as we watch Jonathan Cutlip and Chris Wright up front fighting here. Look like anybody wants to join the battle quite just yet. As I say that, the 91 car jumps up and wants a crack at it.
That he does, and we see Cutlip now jumping to the inside, trying to get by Chris Wright for the race lead. As here comes Gavin Hibbs, making his return towards the front of the field.
It's hard to say the front of the field when you have so many cars that are just up here coming and going. It changes so often as we watch the... He made the move stick.
Whoa! 25 driving right down in front of the 91 Ethan Stanley. He barely had enough room to make that move.
Absolutely. As we...
Oh,
here.
chaos! We're back under caution. Oh my goodness! Major damage for the 69 of Daniel Gore. Wow. How is he able to still drive that car? I saw the undercarriage of that 69 car. That was not a nice incident for Daniel Gore.
So now I think he got pushed into the...
Oh! Sideways and... Oh!
Just sideways and a little too much.
Oh!
Oh, help. Oh, no.
Dude for Dale. Just... like...
Oh, did he touch the 57 and just got a little loose?
Yeah. Yeah, him and the 57, they made contact. He got loose, made contact with the 57 again, and it just snapped the car back right up into the outside. And Tate Lytle involved.
So Tate Lytle just got the end of that there as he cut up top and just nowhere to go.
Yeah, that's
night.
Yeah, big damage for the 56 car.
Absolutely. I say he was one of our front runners up early, but it looks like he may or may not be able to join us as we watch. Oh, Jonathan Cutlip fake out Chris Wright as he finally comes down pit road.
Well, I think since we're on caution number 3, I think it might be time for us to do an ad read.
Be a great idea here. Do you want me to do it or do you want to do it?
You know what? You take care of it.
Alrighty. Tonight's sponsor is Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. Don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big. Thank you for them for sponsoring today's race.
All right, we also want to give a shout out. Let's go ahead and also clear that up. As remember, Blue Egg Marketing is the premier sponsor. There is no race sponsor here for tonight. I want to thank Blue Egg Marketing and Worldwide Technology. I'm going to go ahead and play a quick commercial for them. We'll be back to take the green flag.
Since 2010, race fans have had one burning question. When will the Xfinity Series return to Worldwide Technology Raceway? You asked, NASCAR delivered. On Saturday, September 6, 2025, the magic is back. The track that launched the legendary careers of Harvick, Busch, Keselowski, Edwards, and Earnhardt Jr. is now ready to write that next chapter. We're going to introduce you to a new crop of future champions and Hall of Famers. And in the process, we'll create more of the greatest moments in racing history. NASCAR Weekend 2025. the NASCAR Cup Series Championship Playoffs, the Confluence Music Festival, and now 250 miles of the NASCAR Xfinity Series. 2 incredible races, 1 challenging track, a 3-day party of epic proportions. Go to www.raceway.com and lock in your weekend racing and camping packages for as little as $20 down.
All right, and we are back just in time for the 1 to green. And let me kind of take a quick look at Jesse Racimus. And he is now back on the lead lap, so we will not see the 70 up here for the restart. We will see a couple. Got the 41 up here.
As we watch Daniel Gore still in the pit lane here, probably repairing a lot of that damage from the last caution there as the pit car pulls a hard left.
Yes, sir. Jonathan Cutlip brings us to the restart zone, and gray means go. We're back underway at California. Oh, and there we got issues. Chaos as Gerald Campbell
No
goes
caution, no
around.
caution.
Oh,
Caution.
Oh, we got caution now. Oh, there's a whole lot of damage. Oh, that's a big one. Multiple cars involved. The 70, the 1. I believe that might be the 03 again. One of the Harvick throwbacks missing the front as well. Oh. Yeah, oh, it just continued. Oh, so much. Oh, yep, the 29, the 99. Oh boy, there's a lot to unpack with this one.
I don't know if Jared Campbell just missed his upshift coming up to this restart here. And I caused so much carnage. As I think that was Tate Lytle again.
Tate also got involved again, yeah.
Yeah, so both of the Harvick GM Goodrich cars involved in this one. Yeah, so a bit of a checkup between, I think, the 10 and the 77, and just no one could just chain reaction, and everyone just could not react in time.
Yeah, and I think Jared Campbell was reacting to what was going on in front of him, and nobody else behind him was really paying attention, and they were like, we're going.
Oh. Ugh.
Tough race for Tate Lytle tonight, as he is causing another incident here as we watch Scott Crump. Oh.
Yeah, right into the 99. Big damage to the 1 car, I believe a Martin Truex Jr. throwback. Jesse Racimus, he just got back on the lead lap, gets turned. I don't think a whole lot of damage for Jesse on that one. I think
okay.
He got the lighter sentence out of everyone involved in that wreck.
I believe so, because I think he just got a little nudge there.
Yeah, he just got spun, which is not going to be good for his tires. But you'll take that.
Absolutely. I was going to say, I will take that over missing my hood or getting some tired or getting some more damage than that.
Like that.
Absolutely. As we watch more cars coming down pit road here, it looks like all the ones that were involved in that wreck have made their way down to pit lane or pit road.
See the 66. I believe that was Eric Darnell Northern Tool paint. Such a underrated paint from the... I remember it mostly from the Truck Series, and man, that paint always looked good. 35, I think that might be a Bobby Hamilton Jr. throwback.
Just like I say, that livery looking quite well. I'd say all these liveries tonight are doing a really good job with their throwbacks with their own little spin on it. I gotta say, it's hard to kind of pick a favorite tonight with all the ones we've seen.
No kidding.
You know, we have made it this far into the race, and you know what we haven't done yet? We
Race
still need to...
picks.
Absolutely. James, you did so well last night with your race winner or race pick on race 1. Oh, we're gonna pause this
Alright,
as
third
we're
time's the
about to
charm.
go green.
Oh, you got time.
Yeah,
You got time. It's a big track.
I think we're going to. I think I'm going to give the Watson curse to Jonathan Cutlip in the 5. Jonathan has been up at the front pretty much the entirety of this race.
So that's definitely a great race pick there, as I believe we are in a... I don't know. It's a hard pick for tonight. I think I got to put it on Gavin Hibbs. He's been kind of a big front runner for tonight, as we see him back there in 5th position. I think he has what it takes. He hasn't been leading too much, but, you know, he has the race pace, and I think if he gets a good draft here, he can make his way to the front for tonight.
We see everyone reaching the exit of turn 4. Pace car makes a hard left-hand turn on a pit road. Cutlip brings us to the restart zone. Green means go. We're back underway at California.
Alrighty, 3rd time's a charm here, as we
finally
finally
got another one.
Man.
Another big one. Oh God, mass chaos. Oh goodness gracious! I think that one was worse. Oh boy. Oh.
That one had
Jiminy
way more
Christmas.
numbers.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I think that was everyone on back from where it started there.
Oh. Oh, stack up.
Oh.
24 gets spun, 10 gets spun. Oh, and everyone piling in. Chris Wright almost flipped over. Damage for Dave Huckleberry. Big damage for Caleb Pecumer. Some for Ty McIntosh. Bootwell missing his front.
Yeah, Chris Wright also gets up Jared Campbell as well.
Ugh.
Oh man, I think one car makes it through there. I couldn't. It's hard to tell.
I saw that.
Humor. Yeah, monster trucking over Ryan Gavel.
What happens here to kind of kick this off?
There's a little bit of a checkup up ahead as well.
Yeah. 66 barely got through it.
Maybe watch.
Yeah, right there.
Oh yeah.
David Westergreen had a whole lot go on in his mirror.
As we watch everybody get caught up in this, we're on board with Michael Hossack there.
Guys, I don't think Tate was involved.
Yeah, I think you're right, Carlos. I think Tate was able to survive this one. Oh man, look at that. Look at that massive humanity right there.
Like, I have seen this one before.
Is parking it on the finish line just to make it through this wreck.
Yeah, it's a good thing that the track is now sponsored by the Auto Club Southern California and AAA, because a whole lot of cars are going to need tow truck assistance. Oh man, Dave.
Dave with another rough night. As we watch more and more of this carnage go.
Yeah.
Sam Bootwell.
Sam is, I want to call it more of a personal throwback. It's a paint off of, I believe, a local to him Ford dealership. So it's not one that's officially been run, but it's one that still meant a lot to Sam. And once again, Ray knocking it out of the park.
Absolutely, I would say a lot of these.
Oh, there it is! Pecumer monster trucking over the 0-1.
Are we gonna get a good restart here after this caution here?
We're due.
Honestly, Zach, I couldn't tell you. One to green. At this rate, we're gonna be able to do the ad reads again.
I'd say if we get this one more time, I feel like we should spin up for another time here.
Yeah, if we get this one more time, we'll play another commercial. Yeah, a 60-second one to give you guys a break.
Let's say, was this the 4th or 5th time? I think I'm losing count of our amount of cautions for tonight.
I think it might be caution 5.
It's not really
So-
set up for this, but let me see what this says. 5th caution.
5th caution. Alrighty. Oh,
Yeah, let me tell you, as someone who's a veteran of open wheel racing, yeah, we're getting the stack ups early now. We're getting it on oh man, the back straightaway. But yeah, as a veteran of these single file restarts, I can't say I'm surprised. You know, single file restarts, especially with a field this big, Zach, it's not easy to get through and without major calamity. But let's see, maybe 3rd time's the charm here. Pace car pulls off. Cutlet will once again lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We're back underway at California. Let's see here.
It looks like a good start.
So far, so good. Yeah,
And
boy,
we
howdy,
finally-
we made it. Celebrate, Zach.
I'm celebrating. We made it to 1 and 2. Oh.
Oh. As we
Alrighty.
see the, I believe is that the 24, Michael Hosick, who's still plugging along despite missing his front bumper.
I believe so.
It
Yes,
is.
that's correct.
Michael Hossack still running it.
Yeah, it's been a race for Michael Hosick.
Oh,
no! Little bit contact! Chad and Wadsworth.
Just slides up a little bit there. A little bit of wiggles coming out of that corner there from Gavin Hibbs. Good enough to keep it out of the wall as we see our top 3 there. Kind of unchanged with Jonathan Cutlip still leading. As we hopefully tick down a couple more laps here. Right on the inside, Vincent Isabel. He's having a great run. Maybe he might get the move to get in front of Jonathan Cutlip here, and it looks like
Oh! Pulls a slide job! Ooh, that was close. Cutlip pulling the crossover, and he's got Staley right behind him, shoving him back into the lead of the race.
absolutely. So Jonathan Cutlip is trying so hard to keep this car up front there with Vincent Isabel, and then Ethan Stanley right behind him with the number 6 car, and then Gavin Hibbs right behind them. They're still all up in this fight here.
That they are, and here comes Justin Wadsworth, former Belly Up Cup champion, making his way into the front. That his Mark Martin Viagra throwback, the traditional, mostly black and blue paint that we're all familiar with.
Absolutely, I'd say livery on that car looks awesome here. So watch some more moves up front, and we're kind of getting some lines going here as everyone's sliding up and down the track here with William White. I believe he's in your top 10 currently.
Yes, you are correct, Zach, I believe.
Gonna get a two groups here as a little side tab from the number 7 there into the wall. Keeps it going, though. Look at these two distinguished groups here. They're kind of doing a good job of keeping it clean.
Yeah, this is some fantastic racing so far.
Absolutely, as we get past the nightmare of those cautions and restarts, as everyone was kind of bunching up, trying to make these positions work here. I believe that's 3 wide in the back of that first pack there.
Yep.
Down and around. Your race leaders here are still kind of unchanged up there. Jonathan Cutlip looking good for tonight's race. I'd say I think your pick was a good one for tonight. Do you think your curse is gonna kind of make it worse, or you think it's gonna help him out tonight?
We'll see. David Tooker was able to escape it, and Jonathan Cutlip, the winner of the second race from last night's charity event, just been absolutely dominant. He's took the lead, I believe, like around lap 7 or 8, and has really not given it up. He's been passed, but those passes didn't last long, as he just drove by and took it back every time. You see side by side for P2, Wadsworth and Isabella. Gavin Hibbs trying to put his car into this battle for P2.
Guys, look what they're seeing up ahead. We got some lap traffic.
Yep.
Or we had more. I think some of them went down Pier Road, actually.
Yep, and there they go past Mark Rebelis.
Woo-hoo.
As we watch a little cars swerve up the track and almost hit the lap traffic there.
Yeah, that got hairy. Well, big wiggle from 43.
Oh. It out of the wall, it looks like, as we watch Gavin Hibbs try to make another throw for second place in front of Isabel. The move stick. I just can't quite get there. I believe he had a good push there from the 91 car on his outside. And tries it again, coming into 1 and 2 here. Gavin Hibbs has been a consistent driver tonight. He's been in your top 5, top 10 kind of all night here, as we kind of watch him fall back as I say this now. Maybe I have gotten the curse from you, James. Last night, my race picks didn't do too well with David Tooker, or I believe it was David Tooker was my first race pick, and not doing so well in the first race, and then in the second race, my race pick unfortunately didn't make it as well.
Yeah, but that 95 is still running real well up here. He's still knocking on the door of the top 5. I wouldn't count him out just yet.
I still believe in him. I feel like if anybody can do it, it's Gavin Hibbs here, as he touches a little bit of the wall there, it seems. I believe in Gavin. I think he's going to do great tonight, as he goes 3 wide with William White, and I think that's a Leighton Newgard there.
Yep, Norgard making his way up, running inside the top 10. So you see a pretty big separation here. We're starting to get a couple distinct packs. You see the top 10 with the 703 Racing hanging on to the back of this lead pack. And then a pretty big gap to everyone 12th on back behind Thompson. Yeah, you can see them just now entering turn 3. See almost 3 wide for P3 here.
Nobody's giving up an inch here. They're all fighting for everything, and this gap from the top 10 to the back cars there is just looks like it's growing further and further. So we kind of watch the car in the middle there try to stick with it. I can't tell who that is back there with this front group as Isabel kind of rubs the wall.
Oh! Contact!
Oh!
Right into the wall! Big damage for the 43.
Is he gonna be able to make it to pit road?
Oh, we'll see. It's gonna be hard. That right front on that 43 car has seen better days. Not able to bring it down pit road, but he keeps it running. We are still green.
No caution yet, as William White still seems like he can't make the car turn, as Jonathan Cutlip has grown an even bigger gap.
Yeah, he is pulling away from
Here's a
this
replay.
pack so far. Here we have the replay of the incident. You see, just a little bit of a shove from the 92 and just got underneath that 43 car and just shot it right into the wall. Hard enough contact to obliterate that right front control arm for the 43 car. What a shame. It was a heck of a run for him. We see a lot of jostling and jockeying for position. Oh boy. That could have been bad.
Absolutely. It was Isabel just chopping down. Or is it? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Isabella having to make a bit of a had to evade all that. Had just enough room to slide in front of Wadsworth. Why is that? Could have been caution number 6 right there.
I'd say we're lucky that didn't end worse for either of them tonight, as we are on board with Ryan Bracey here, kind of in the back of this first pack here. I think he's trying to peek his nose in and say, hey, I'm here and I'm ready to fight with you guys. Like
man, that's cold. I saw that, Carlos. That's cold. As we see lead pack making its way through some more lap traffic.
You know, we've gone a couple laps here. We tried to do this once yesterday. Caution came out immediately as I was pitching it. But how would you guys feel about bringing some noise in this fast-paced track?
Absolutely.
You guys want some of that? All right, let's
Crank
go
it.
ahead.
Oh, my God.
Caution's out. Come on.
What in the world? We got chaos on the racetrack.
I see Ellis Thomas may have been involved in that one. Trying to see if I can get a camera angle on that. Give me a second there, boys. I really didn't think that would have happened.
Oh, yep, 57. Into the wall, across the racetrack, and there's our yellow.
And yeah, you got a meatball flag for that one.
Every time.
Never fails, does it?
We're not sure how he ended up there. I was gonna say, I don't see his name, but I see Jesse Risem has got a meatball flag, and I guess this explains why.
Siemens is already in the.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden Jesse had a huge head of steam on the 57 and makes contact and puts both of them into the outside wall hard, breaking those right fronts and putting under our 6th caution of the night.
I think everybody in the top 10 is going to be coming down pit road here. Do you think it's a full set of tires, or are they only doing one side for this pit stop here?
I think you have to. That was almost a 20 lap run, and we still had some extra green flag running before that for some of these guys. I think you absolutely got to take more here.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree. As we watch Jonathan Cutlip miss his pit stall just
a little bit. I love the Monopoly Go pit board.
Absolute
Unfortunately,
awesome.
Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be able to take $200 after
God!
box that little bit. Wow, Chad Frankenfield winning the race off of pit road. Gerald Campbell right behind him.
Chad Frankenfield's finally winning a race. It's a race off pit road, but it's a race nonetheless.
Damn. Damn.
Oh.
Damn. That is how the kids say savage from our producer Carlos. That's of course our version of Kevin Harvick saying yeet.
I feel like we need some ice for that burn there. That was nasty. They're all filing out of pit lane here, getting lined up here. Amazing race off of pit road there as four cars elected to stay out from that pit stop there. It looks like the last of them was your number 21 car there. But well, staying out, and it looks like the little zero car.
I gotta say, I love the look of that car. Nice and clean.
Yeah. I've raced against Aaron Smith a few times in several different things, and every time he always breaks out a yellow car that's pretty much just all yellow.
Sometimes that's all you need.
So, yep.
Absolutely, as I think that is pretty clean livery tonight as we watch some of the more damaged cars roll out of pit road here.
Speaking of, Ray Bracey with some shameless plug in the text chat. Did your paint get crashed? Bojo sells new ones for $10. So there you go.
Guys, I haven't seen this since the single file restarts day. We know we have lap cars on the inside, but leading that outside line is a car to be lapped, potentially.
Oh man, yeah, I've seen that before when I've done 87 car races. Oh my goodness. Buckle up, everybody.
Chad's gonna be plowing through that car like Vince McMahon enters a ring.
Yeah, reach up there and pull those belts one more time. We're gonna need it. As we see pace car making the hard left turn on a pit road. Michael Hosick bringing us down to the restart zone. Green means go, and we are.
Oh no!
No! No! Oh, we're back under yellow once again. David Westergreen he's getting spilled like Kevin's chili.
I think Michael Hossack still is in first here.
I think he.
He was on the tail end of the lead lap. Chad Frankenfield is the race leader. What this is going to do, though, is that's going to allow the 24 to get all the way back around to the tail end, essentially getting a free pass.
Yeah, that worked out magnificently for Michael Hossack. Yeah. Just a checkup on the lap car inside. Looked like from Dave, and Bootwell just not able to check up in time, and just another chain reaction.
It's not really their fault when you think about it. These guys haven't driven a car with more than 600 horsepower in how many years? They're struggling.
Yeah, all things considered, though, it doesn't look like that big of a accident.
Oh, this happened to Gerald Campbell!
Oh, Gerald Campbell!
Oh,
no! And he gets spun into the inside wall after the caution was out. Oh, no!
Right there is what we were afraid of, because I think Michael Hossack there as Frankenfield was diving down a little bit, and just absolute carnage.
Oh my goodness, that is heartbreaking for Gerald Campbell. Oh man.
He hit that He hit that hard, but he hit that pretty square in the rear bumper. If they can get that fixed, he might be okay.
Yeah,
Hopefully
we'll
we'll see him back out.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what happened with that.
I don't know. It looked like Frankenfield checked up a little bit, and Gerald wasn't really there. I think he was expecting a little bit more of a push and caused another chain reaction up front, and just again, nowhere to go.
Trying to see.
Yeah.
It looks like from that caution, nobody did get a meatball. So that's good, but also, ouch.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Absolutely.
Huh.
Oh, man. Well, as we go from a caution to a caution again, I feel like now is a great time to do another ad read here.
I
Yeah,
would
go
agree
for
with
it.
that.
I would like to once again thank, unless James, you would like to take this one over?
You know, sure. Why not? Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. Don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg. Fueling small businesses to win big. One of our premier sponsors of the Elite Racing League.
Yeah, we also have shout outs to, excuse me, and my brain stopped working. Worldwide Technology Raceway. We're going to play a quick ad and we'll be right back for the green flag.
Since 2010, race fans have had one burning question. When will the Xfinity Series return to Worldwide Technology Raceway? You asked, NASCAR delivered. On Saturday, September 6, 2025, the magic is back. We're going to introduce you to a new crop of future champions and Hall of Famers, and we'll create more of the greatest moments in racing history. Go to www.raceway.com for the hottest ticket of the year.
Alrighty, and we are back from commercial break just in time to see Chad Frankenfield leading the field off of turn 4. Pace car getting ready to make that hard left turn onto pit road. 15 taking us down to the restart zone. Greening's going. We're once again back underway at California Speedway.
Looks like a better start here, as I think we're finally going to make it through the finish line here again. As Frankenfield pulls a gap and is pulling away a little bit there.
That he is. It's a pretty big gap to the 92 already as he's side by side with the 41. See a lot of lap traffic up here. It's going to make this interesting. 66 making a little bit of wall contact. Here comes the 5 of Cutlet trying to get back up into the race lead.
And he's sticking it in there. He's doing pretty well to try to get ahead of the 6 car there. It's lap traffic with your race leaders here. That I
3
believe is-
wide. Rip the lip, Jonathan Cutlet making ground. Oh boy, that was almost bad. Scott Krupp slipped just a little bit, almost slid up too much into that 5 car.
Almost put it in Jonathan Kellogg into the wall.
Oh,
Go around here's
Oh,
Gavin
man.
Hibbs trying to get around some of this traffic here.
remember, Scott Crump in the
Why?
1 is a lap down.
Yep,
Crump
the
was
1
a lap down.
and the 41 as well. Ethan Stanley shooting the gap between the lap cars, trying to get his way up into that lead battle. Holding on to P5 right now.
believe that's Gavin Hibbs and Isabella battling it out with the 40 lapped down 41 car there on the outside. As they finally make it around and trying to fight for their positions up ahead.
Here comes David Westergreen. We saw him spun on that last caution, but here he is. He's in the top 10 and digging for more. Side by side with the 66.
Western Green having a great run there.
Ooh, he'll slide up just barely in front of the 66. And we'll clear the 41. You see the lead lap cars still kind of work their way through the lap traffic.
They're still intermingled there. Oh. That's the number 77 car trying to push his way through as everyone else is. Gonna cut back to more of the action here.
Yes, sir. Still got a lot of battles up and down the field. Looks like William White back on track. It looks like he got all that damage fixed. That is impressive work from the 43 crew. You could barely drive that car, and now look at it. Looks like it hasn't had a scratch on it. Whatever William is paying them, I hope it's good because they deserve it for that damage repair. So we see the battle for the lead start to heat up. Chad has a mirror full of Eadson and Justin Wadsworth.
Justin Wadsworth falling back a little bit there as Eads is getting kind of a good run. With help of the one car there, as we see in the back there around there. Jonathan Cutlip trying to make his way back into the top 3. Field is still fighting it out. Edson is gonna dive into the inside. So he's gonna make the move stick if he can here.
And he had Chad clear for a moment, but Chad keeps the momentum up on that high side, and he will pull back ahead of the 92. The 92's got to hurry. He's got a whole lot of cars lined up behind that 15. He is going to get freight trained if he... Oh! The 1 of the 5 almost making contact again.
We're kind of battling it out here. Trying to make... Jonathan Cutlip trying to make his way up front, and the number 1 car trying to get unlapped. Still racing side by side. Lincolnfield doing a good job to stay ahead.
That he is. He's doing a magnificent job keeping this hungry pack of cars behind him. Uh-oh. Little bit of a wiggle for that 15 off of 4. They'll gather it and keep track position, but that could have been bad for a race leader.
Absolutely, as we're now on board again with Chad Frankenfield. Still keeping ahead of the 91 here as Gavin Hibbs is making it 4 wide.
Oh!
Oh no! Oh, there's contact! Oh! There! Are we...
Was a little too much.
Somehow.
Oh, no, 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 no!
Oh no! The 38 hard into the 66.
No caution, caution.
No. And there's the caution. Oh god, mass chaos. They all going down on the back straightaway.
Somebody get the tarps.
Oh man. And in all that, it looks like Justin Wadsworth is able to slip past the 15. Take the race lead as the caution came out. Oh man.
We were so close and just nowhere to go. I feel like I've been saying that all night. It's happened every time.
Oh, Carlos, we gotta get a cockpit view of that.
Oh,
Goodness, what a hit!
Who ran into the back of Tommy?
Looked like the 38 Andrew Newcastle.
You mean Hardcastle?
Or Hardcastle. Yeah, he drove into him,
Oh
Hardcastle.
man, yeah.
Oh, massive damage.
Guys, believe it or
to
not, but those
Hardcastle
cars
there.
did get meatball flags.
Really? You don't say.
No way.
Nah, he's driving good.
I feel like he can.
He
Man,
had no clue.
oh,
He had no clue. No
Man, that
smoke.
reminds me. Oh, that reminds me. There was a similar incident here way back in like 2008. Like Sam Hornish got plowed into hard, and I think he even almost flipped the 77 Hornish. I forget who hit him, but yeah, it looked pretty similar to this incident. Yeah, just the one in the 91 got up into the wall. 66, nowhere to go. Hits him. Broken car. Hardcastle can't see until it is far too late.
It looks like the 41 slides out a little too late, and then Andrew Hardcastle, like you were saying, is just kind of there. He can't really do anything from his point of view.
Yeah, especially since we were still green, so Hardcastle had no reason to expect anything was going on. We were like, that was the incident that brought out the caution. So yeah, just nothing the 38 can do. And I want to get a look at the 91 and see how much damage he got from that incident. Well, he's on pit
On
road.
pit road, getting damage worked on. Actually, the majority of the field going down pit road. At the moment, everybody that is 8th and back, on the lead lap, went down pit road under this caution. Ryan Gavel in 7th, last went down on lap 62, and Ryan Borges and all the way up, last went down on lap 58.
These racers here making those pit stops. Kind of fall back through here as we get that pit stop graphics there. Wadesworth kind of making these tires last here as we see his longest stint of 44 laps. Man, those tires must have been screaming. Well, we also did have a bunch of those cautions come through.
Oh man, this once again the racing in this race is not disappointed.
Absolutely not. It's reminding me a lot of Daytona from last night. With how everyone was kind of bunched up in racing and causes a lot of carnage, as we'll say, to these cars. As we are now 1 to green coming down the back straightaway.
Yeah, restarting with 49 laps remaining in this race.
And we're just underneath 50 laps here, as you hear from our producer. James, I'm going to put my wishful thinking out there and say these last 49 laps, we're only going to have one more caution out of the last few.
Sure.
I can see it happening.
As the pace car gets ready to make that hard left-hand turn onto pit road, Wadsworth will lead us to the restart zone. Graming's going. We're back underway at California.
Good restart
Oh,
there.
whoa! And then all of a sudden, got almost a stack up entering turn 1 there. Everyone did great to avoid another calamity like we've seen. We're at 3 wide. Whoa! Oh man, the 10 got loose in front of Borges, and I got nervous, but thankfully he had enough room. Otherwise, if that 42 was still alongside, that would have been bad. But clean and green, we all live. Wadsworth continues to lead.
Wadsworth doing a good job with that. As we're kind of getting a little group here trying to make that push towards the
Whoa!
front. Frankenfield.
Yep, Chad is sending it. The field is led by the lap car Daniel Gore. That was another car that we saw absolutely demolished, and the South Shore boys doing a fantastic job to get that 69 car repaired. And once again, looks like it hasn't even had a scratch on it, even though we saw that was not the case.
Absolutely, as Daniel Gore is still trying to make it up their work and stay up front. As we watch Gavin Hibbs kind of get into the middle of that there.
And yeah, meanwhile, the 15 is falling back.
Oh, hard into
contact.
the wall.
I think the 41, I think the 01, all wall contact, but that's it. We stay green.
Still good. I'm not going to say anything quite just yet, so I don't jinx my prediction here, but...
Yeah, he's making his return. He is
Oh.
going for the race lead. We're 3 wide for the lead. Oh, and I think the 5 got put up into the wall, too.
The 5 got punted into the outside wall. Now, wasn't the 5 somebody's prediction?
I believe that was
mine.
James.
Oh no!
Oh,
no! Oh, the 42 to the inside. The 10. I think the 10 saved it enough to at least keep from having it be a bigger incident. We got chaos on the racetrack. Caution is out. Oh my goodness, that was. I think Rexing might have had the save of the night to keep this from a bigger incident. He got sideways, keeps it. Oh, he locks it down. Everyone avoids him. Masterful driving from everyone to keep that not being a worse crash. Obviously, big damage for the 42. He caught the inside. Oh, but this could have been worse. Oh, and just an incredible job by Rexing to lock her down and keep it from going all over the place. Yeah,
Absolutely.
gorgeous, just nowhere to go. Hard impact to the inside wall. Oh, and it lit out by matching smoke. I think that 42 car might be done for the night.
Yeah, so that was a hard hit into the wall there. I'm pretty sure that may be it, because he was involved in a wreck earlier this evening. I don't think his engine's going to be too happy with that, as Gavin Hibbs is your new race leader.
Yeah, he made an excellent move. You know, while we have an opportunity, let's go back and take a look at what happened to Cutlip. Because I was too busy getting hyped for the pass for the race lead. I did not see what happened to the 5 car.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me a little bit to find that, because that did not show up automatically since it didn't result in a crash.
10-4. We're getting some radio contact. There's somebody called someone something on the radio. Not like it was in a joking manner, but
Listen,
yeah.
The guys in prime. They you know, you could drop F-bombs and everything because it's not FCC, watched over. So if you need to, you can drop it. Just try not to drop it too much. Here's a replay of what happened. Everybody was jumbling up on the exit of 4 and on the straightaway when everybody spread out. Some people maybe ran into others. Let's take a look at it here. It's gonna be on the main camera.
Yeah, a whole lot of jostling. Oh, and yeah. Vincent Isabella jostles 5 up into the wall. There was a whole lot of... I think Vincent got hit by... I can't quite tell who that was. They were trying to gather it up, and Cutlip just happened to be there and all the way up into the outside wall. Don't think he got a whole heck of a lot of damage on that.
I don't think so either. I think he just grazed the wall a little bit there. Don't think he'll need to go down for damage there, as we I believe see him back there in that background of the shot. The 00 car of the clean yellow is back there as well. We were talking about that earlier. Such a clean livery.
That it is. As we're 1 to green. And I know Carlos gave us a little bit of the green light, but you know, to me it still feels like the FCC won't let me be and let me be me. So I'll have to abstain from that. There'll be no conscious chat bombs here as long as I'm around.
I feel like that would be a good thing to have off the air, especially if we have Formula 1 rules going on right about now.
Yeah. We will never. Not on anything I'm broadcasting.
You heard it here first, folks. Formula 1 will never be broadcasted here.
No, the rules.
Sorry, the rule.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I could have sworn the league had a F1 league at one point, but as we see the pace car make the hard left-hand turn on a pit road, Hibbs will lead us to the restart zone. Green means go, we're back underway in California.
Great even start from Hibbs in the 6 car there.
Yeah, not as good of a jump for Eaton there.
But I'd say he's still with him. So we're coming out of the first corner here as Daniel Gore is taking it up there as the lead lap car.
Yeah, and I think we might have had an incident on the restart, at least from what I'm hearing on the radio chatter.
What you probably heard is maybe there was a checkup or something. Ethan Stanley and Ray Bracey both got black flags, but they have been cleared. So I'm assuming it was just them asking it to be cleared and race control verifying that everything was good to go.
Alrighty.
It's like everything is still good and going as Gavin Hibbs is still your leader for the time being. Daniel Gore's still up there with William White as your lapped car is kind of fighting it out, trying to stick with everybody. The 1 car is as well, and I don't know, is that Daniel Gore up in the wall?
I don't think so. I think
that is Daniel Gore.
With it. I think he's just ripping the outside, but I didn't see any smoke from what I saw.
Well, I think he meant was that Daniel Gore on the outside line.
Oh, my apologies.
All good. I thought I saw a little bit of smoke myself. And I thought I would call it out there to see if anybody else caught it, but I guess I was mistaken on what I saw here as Daniel Gore is doing a good job trying to keep it up here. Get unlapped.
Yeah, obviously he's multiple laps down, so I think he's just going to running this to get as much practice and experience as he can. We're on board with the 7 Ray Bracey. Ray was up in the lead pack for a good chunk of the race, but is mired back in 22nd right now. I wonder if there's a little bit of damage to that 7 car.
I believe so, there is, as producer is pointing it out to us here. Not doing so quick to keep up here as we see Jared Campbell's car there. Come back to the front here.
Yeah, we got a pass for the lead. Ryan Gavel making the move to the top spot. And here comes Hibbs trying to take it back. And he will. Side by side into turn 1. So got the lap car of Scott Crump right behind. Hibbs will clear and clear easily.
I don't know for how long.
Yeah, the 01's got that momentum from the high side. He jumps out of line trying to take it back.
Gavin Hibbs is probably going to pull a playbook from the 01 car here.
That he does. Pulls the slider, but Hibbs crossover once again. And Hibbs takes it back. 95 still leading.
Hibbs make it stick this time around as the 01 car is trying to make the same move here. Hibbs slides up as Ryan Gavel is coming up. And Gavel make it. I think we're going to be watching a passing game here as the number 1 car sticks his nose in this fight.
Yeah, Krupp trying to get his lap back. Oh, we're 3 wide. Oh! Oh, Gavel jumps back in the line. Barely. As we were 3 wide. Paul Mikolajczyk making his way back up into the top 5 in that 77.
Absolutely, as we watch Paul right behind Ryan Gavel there. Making his way up here towards the top 5 as well, and he gets into the wall a little bit there. Coming into the 3 and 4. Gavel's kind of fallen back a little bit there. He lost a couple places, but still in this fight for the lead here. So we watch more and more cars kind of try to make their ways up.
Oh, 25!
Chris Wright! Oh! And he rolls down a little bit into, I think, the 13. Chris Wright not happy over the radio.
It's hard to tell. Did he get nudged?
I think he might have gotten nudged from the 13th. Oh man, Chris Wright is, yep. Yeah, just gave him a shove into turn 1, and that got the, I think that even lifted up the rear of the 25 car and just sent him around.
So, we didn't expect the check out here. Oh.
Yep.
I believe that's a loose tire for the 13 there.
You are correct.
It's down on that curtain there.
Well, the I don't know for a fact if we're gonna get a quick shifts from Ray Bracey for this 03 Cup opener, but if we do, we are currently listening to some really fascinating chatter that will hopefully be included on that episode.
Symphony of words,
wow.
as some would say.
Yeah.
Nick Massey staying out.
We watch most of the field come down to pit road here. As we heard Nick Massey staying out. Looks like Gavin Hibbs hit his marks here. I believe that's going to be all 4 tires for a lot of these drivers here. Who's going to win this race off of pit road? Gavin Hibbs makes it out. Good clean stops as we hop on board with Jonathan Cutlib for a second there.
So we look at all the cars on pit road getting damage fixed. Oh man,
gosh,
look at the 70 and Jesse Racimus. I see the problem. It ain't got no right front in it.
Definitely missing that tire there.
Car is good at making right turns.
Drive good.
That'd be great on a road course here.
Yeah, there's we're all familiar with negative camber on an oval, but that is definitely some negative camber on that.
Guys,
negative as in gone.
Nick Massey is your race leader, but I believe that the number 1 Scott Crump will be restarting ahead of the leaders on the leading line.
Well, I don't think that will be.
Oh, never mind. He got the free pass.
Nope.
For the wave rounds.
He got the. Yes, he did.
That means William White will be your lead car for the lapped traffic here.
More radio chatter.
Always gotta love that radio chatter.
Yes, indeed.
Assuming some tempers are flared, as we are 1 to green on the back, or 1 to go on the back straightaway here. The laps continue to tick down.
Yes, sir. We're going to have about 31 laps to go here when we go green.
How this restart goes here. Really good to go as the pace car is about to dive into the pit lane on the left-hand side there.
Yes, sir. Nick Massey brings us to the restart zone. Great means go. We're back underway at California. A little bit of jumping out of line. But so far, so good. Let's see. Massey running the inside. Gibbs running up in that third groove. Massey will hang on to the lead though, as we see a little bit of wall contact. That was the
Gavel.
Yep, the 0-1 of Ryan Gavel.
Gavin Hibbs joining Nick on that bottom groove there, but he's still staying in that second line as Nick hit the wall a little bit there, it seemed.
He's still holding on to the lead though. So far, so good.
A good clean restart here. Not a whole lot of movement from the top 3 so far, it seems. As William White and the 41 car are still up there. Trying to stay with it.
Yeah, they haven't quite got past the 41 of Frank Bodie. So far it's just a 2-car battle for the race lead between Massey and Hibbs.
The place of the 6 car has kind of been cut off from a 41 there, it seems. We're just about to hit lap 100 in about 3 laps time here.
Oh, someone in the wall. Can't quite make it out who it was. I think that might have been Mikolajczyk, yep.
Just a little love tap to the wall there.
Oh no!
Oh,
Caution!
no!
Oh, Massey! Oh, the big wreck!
Oh no!
Oh man! Oh, wreck scene.
I think that's Frank Bodie's race done as we see his tire sideways.
Yep, and that's Nick Massey done. Nick
Massey was your race leader.
He had just lost the race lead to Gavin Hibbs right when that was about to happen. I was just about to point that out when I saw the 41 sideways.
Nick?
Oh, right in front of the 18. Serious damage for Isabella. It looks like the 92 got some.
Absolute carnage. It looked like Nick kind of started coming down and just spun.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just came down and hooked the 41 right up into the wall. Be curious to look at the 92 as well, because that was like direct right front contact from Massey into Eidson. And wreck scene, man. Jared Rexing, he went for a ride.
Yeah, here he comes, coming down
Gets
and
clipped by the 41, almost going over, riding on the left side tires. A little bit of contact from the 21 of Bootwell.
I think that's also going to be Jared Rexing's race done, as he looks like he has a loose wheel there as well.
Yep. You correct about that?
3 more racers unfortunately get taken out of the race here, as Gavin Hibbs is your race leader.
Oh, wow.
Well, I feel like my statement from earlier was a definite understatement of how the rest of this race was going to pan out.
Yeah, you'll get that on those big time jobs.
Absolutely. Well, now that we have a little bit of a breather here, let's talk a bit about how tonight's been going. I feel like it's been going pretty well. All considered, as most of our racers are still kind of in pit lane getting some damage done or unfortunately taken out. James, kind of what are your thoughts so far on tonight?
Yeah, I think we're reaching one of the races of all time territory. A lot of incidents, but you know, if you can say anything about this race, you'll definitely say it's exciting, because it has been exciting. And the best part is that we're going to be 25 to go when we go back green, and we still have absolutely no clue who's going to win this race.
Absolutely. I still feel like it's a toss-up here. I mean, I'm going to be a bit biased here since he's my race pick for tonight, but Gavin Hibbs, he's been up front all night, and I think with this later pit stop he had on that last caution there, I feel like he can make it till the end and put up a good chance for the win tonight. Still, again, not biased or anything like that, but I just have this gut feeling of mine.
Yeah, and I can't say it's incorrect. Hibbs has been one of the dominant cars of the race so far. We've seen him up front on a number of occasions. So we'll see if he can hold off the field.
Absolutely. I'd say Wadsworth behind him is probably going to be looking to make a move as soon as he can, because if he can just keep fighting with Hibbs here, he may have a chance. As we watch the pace car peel off to the left-hand side there, Gavin Hibbs takes us to the restart box.
And green means go. We're back underway in California. Fairly straightforward restart here.
I think we're even on clean restarts and bad ones so far for tonight.
See Wadsworth trying to get past the lap car. Daniel Gore
up in front of the one there a bit. Gore's going to make a look on the outside of Wadsworth there, trying to stay up.
Oh, big sideways from Gore. He gathers it up, but that was nerve-wracking for Gavel, Eatson, and everyone behind him. See, here comes Mikolajczyk. Bunch of letters trying to make up a bunch of positions right here.
He's been doing a good job of that all night here, and he's now running in your top 5. Paul Mikolajczyk, I feel like that was the first time I've said his name right all night, is kind of one of your top runners right now.
Yeah, fantastic run for Paul so far.
11 positions.
Yeah, and he's up here, but on the verge of battling for the lead of this race.
I feel like he has a pretty good shot of it. I feel like anybody does tonight, with the amount of lead changes we've seen and just the amount of battling that's been going on.
Also, don't look now, but Tate Lytle is running P9 right now. With all the stuff that 56 car has been through tonight, and here he is holding on to a spot in the top 10.
Tate Lytle, the unsung hero of tonight, with being in a lot of tonight's cautions. You're right, he's back in this fight. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's Jonathan Cutlip. Is he still a lap down, or is he back on the lead lap as well?
Oh.
No, he's on the lead lap.
Yep.
He's 6.
Yep, Cutlip is on the lead lap, but I wonder if the damage from that incident might be fairly significant, because that 5 car has not been as quick as we saw early on in this race. Mikolajczyk hard to the wall. Eaton spinning to the inside wall. He makes contact. Caution is out. And there's
It's a big one!
What in the world is going on?
As we watch a tire roll across the road there,
Oh,
what
yeah.
happened?
Thompson destroyed in the Mike Skinner AOL
Zach Evans.
throwback. Oh man, and was that Wadsworth passing him? That sure looked like a black and blue 6. Yeah, Gore makes contact. Goes right back up. Cutlip
no.
involved. 30
no.
goes down to try to hit him, try to miss it. Zach Evans involved.
Did Tate Lytle make it through, or was he also in this?
I
in
could
this
not
wreck?
tell.
You see the tire?
Poor Zach.
Oh, there goes the tire.
Wow. Me not fine.
He no fine.
He is definitely not fine after that one.
And
Chad was involved.
yeah, Thompson.
Another tire.
There goes the tire. Yeah, it looked like the 30 drove down trying to avoid it, and there was the 15 right there, nowhere to go.
Off right there. Just get sideways. No Gore. Think.
Yeah.
There's the first tire.
Yeah.
There's one of them.
It's Mikolajczyk next tire.
Looks like Tate Lytle makes it through just fine there, down at the bottom.
Yeah, Paul's gonna need a bunch of repairs after that.
Absolutely, I say Jonathan Cutlip as well. More damage to that car.
Yeah, I believe Cutlip is done for the night. And the Watson curse strikes again.
Let's
and
come
who-
back for tonight.
I don't even know who that second tire that we saw.
No, I
past
got
the
confused.
pitting.
There was only one tire.
Oh, that was still the same tire. Wow, the little wheel that could.
I believe that was a second tire. 'Cause I don't think that was.
No,
Oh,
it was
yep,
just,
there it is.
It's just the one tire there.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Look at that tire go. It's gonna lead a lap.
What a view. Oh, wow.
As we get a good look of Jonathan Cutlip's hood there.
And then there goes a tire
Yeah.
here. It's gonna hit that. It's gonna bounce over here, and it's gonna roll around here, almost hit a car, and then come down this side over here. That was close. It's close. My trajectory was almost right.
Man, the tire that traveled.
Oh, wow.
Well, after that exciting caution, we are back up towards the front here.
You got
Yeah.
Fireblaze. We got Fireblaze on chat saying this race is electric. It absolutely is.
Justin Wadsworth leads. Obviously, I was incorrect with pointing out that I might have seen him. Was the 06 of Zach Evans, because clearly Justin is leading this race still.
So it's like you watch Gavin disappear for a second there.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh
My God, there he is. Pace car pulls off. Someone leads us to the restart zone.
Guys, you won't believe this. Gavin Higgs got a black flag.
No.
Yeah,
It's been cleared. It's been cleared.
Wow. Man, a heck of a job from everyone to keep that from being a bigger disaster. We're clean and green here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I say good job for Gavin Hibbs there, recognizing to get ahead.
Yeah, and Netcode God's shining on all of us that he did not appear until after he passed Wadsworth.
Absolutely, as he's now again fighting for the leads with Wadsworth. So he's going to try to make that move on the inside there, and as we're looking at Tate Lytle there, making it through that carnage. Finally, a lucky break for the 56 car, not being involved in that accident there.
Yeah, and he's sitting there up in the top 5.
You know, you guys had your race picks. You guys never asked me who I wanted to pick. I'm gonna go ahead and submit my race pick here on time. I think the 0-0 is gonna have a good finish.
Yeah, I think you might be right about that, Carlos. Yeah, slowly and methodically making his way up through the field.
Tate Lytle just set the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, a lot of speed in that 56 car. Spent a lot of time repairing that car, and now it is back up with race contending speed. We see Gavel sending it past Krupp, past Smith, and almost past Wadsworth. He won't clear Smith though.
This looks like he's going to hold on to that third place position there. Unless Ryan Gavel can get a good run.
Oh, that could have been bad. And here comes Westergreen on the inside trying to make some hay.
Everybody's fighting for the lead here. They're still coming. How many? We may get a 5-way battle for the lead here.
I think we will.
We got more.
And yeah, got Jacob Adams. Saw him with big damage in the first wreck. He's back up in and battling for contention. Carlos, is he on the lead lap right now?
What number?
Adams, I believe he's 88.
Yeah, he's currently 6.
Wow, that's another massive comeback here.
Jacob Adams there. Wow. Making his way back up. Pretty consistent lap times there from his best. As we are now on board with Gavin Hibbs as he's getting overtaken by Wadsworth there.
Oh!
Doesn't look like he can make the move stick.
Yeah, he lost some serious momentum. He's now in the middle of 3 wide, potentially falling out of the top 5.
And as we were watching this 3-way battle here, Ryan Gallo throws his hat for that first place.
Yeah.
I think Tate Lytle is too.
Oh, we are 3 wide.
No!
Oh, no, this car's
car's
going around. Wadsworth spun to the inside.
He's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
He's good.
He's gonna be okay.
That could have been way worse for Justin Wadsworth, but that is heartbreaking. Man, with 13 laps to go.
Down at 21st.
Was that just Aaron Smith giving him a little nudge there to go wide?
I'm not sure. Yeah, oh, he got a little bit of a squeeze from Gavel, which put him up into the 0-0. Just ran out of real estate from everyone, and Jacob Adams right there. How much? Yep. Yep, right there. And just sent around. How much damage did the 88 get on that?
Let's just find out. That's
not too bad.
It's not too bad, but yeah, that's like dead center contact right there. We'll see how much it affects him.
Aaron Smith, 88, going down Pier Road as well.
And
Gavin Hibbs staying out.
Yeah.
I think that's Pate Lytle there behind him as well. Or
Grump, and then Gavel, then I think Lytle. We're gonna have 9 laps to go when we go back green here. 250 miles of pure chaos coming down to the wire. There's a few other guys that are up in the top 10 that we need to shout out. Ty McIntosh, we saw him on pit road a lot getting damage repair. He's P6. Chris Wright, we saw him getting shoved around into turn 1. He's in the top 5. Caleb Becumer, monster trucked over a car. He's in the top 10. Vincent Isabella, who lost his front bumper, top 10, and Ray Racy knocking on the door. Some incredible comeback drives here from a lot of guys. See, folks, this is why you don't give up. You never know what's going to happen at the end of these races. Like, we saw some of these cars absolutely junked, and here they are in the top 10. This is incredible.
Absolutely. I'd say these have been amazing drives from all the drivers in the top 10, especially the ones that were in wrecks earlier tonight. I mean, how many of these cars in the top 10 did we watch absolutely get their hearts broken in wrecks earlier and are now fighting for what could be their lead in winning this race?
Yeah. We saw some big junk, but you know, they got big heart and they still keep fighting, still keep plugging along, and who knows, they might now have an opportunity to be battling for a race win. But we'll see how those who came down for fresh tires like Aaron Smith, we'll see how that works. We saw a late race move for tires for David Tooker last night in Chicagoland work to perfection. And why we're going to have less laps than Tooker had to work with. This is a bigger track. 9 laps left at California Speedway. That's still a good chunk of racing left. And with all these lanes at your disposal, that might not necessarily be the worst strategy play to make. We see Hibbs warming those tires up.
Absolutely, I agree with that. I feel like Hibbs in this position is going to be hoping for a good, clean race here, and Aaron Smith to get caught up as we watch the pace shaker car peel off. And Hibbs is going to lead the field to the restart box here.
Gray means go where? Oh, no! Yellow means slow as we got.
No yellow, no yellow. This is
still going.
This is something else that happened.
Oh man! Big junk at the back of the field, but we stay green. Hibbs leads. Gavel right there in P2.
So this happening while everyone was like catching up to the back of the field.
And,
Oh.
Rosberg just hits the 21 and sends him around. That's frustrating for Sam Bootwell. He's been unlucky in a lot of instances. That's just, wow.
Unlucky night for him, unfortunately.
Indeed. As we see Hiv continues to lead. Here comes Lytle trying to rip the top.
Their top three are really liking those top three grooves as they're pulling away from the rest of the group here.
And if you're wondering where did all the lap cars go, with 10 laps to go, all the lap cars automatically go to the rear.
Yep. So it's just single file. Lead lap cars are going to be focusing on battling it out.
Absolutely, as Tate Lytle is looking for that second place there. Ryan Gavel liking that top line there. Tate Lytle's taking that inside.
Making it work, but cannot clear the 95.
I think that's
See.
Ryan Gavel there making some sparks.
Yeah, he was all up with close and personal with that wall. And he was almost bump drafting the 95 too. Lytle moves up into P2.
And we watch that 31 there, right on the back of the, I think that's the 09 car, trying to make his way up, I think.
And look at Gerald Campbell. He's on a recovery drive. He's back up in P7. Led a lot early on in this race.
As he's making his move to fight for the top here.
Side by side off of turn 4 as we got 5 laps to go at California Speedway. Tate Lytle edging forward, but we're 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Gavel. Gavel with the slide jump. Oh, not quite. He's going to keep it in the middle, and now he's getting swarmed from all sides. Here comes Lytle. Here comes Hibbs, and they are side by side for the lead. Ty McIntosh making his way up. He's up into P4. 1 car length behind the battle for the lead. There he goes to the inside of the 01. Sorry, Zach, I keep cutting you off.
You're good. I would say it is anybody's race right now. It's Tate Lytle takes the lead.
Wow. Here comes Gavel. Trying to send it. There he goes. Here comes the slide jump. Nope. He'll pinch it off in the middle. Here comes Lytle around the outside.
Gavin Hibbs is going to follow Tate through. Ryan Gavel's going to fall back.
Who's third?
Yeah, he's lost a spot to McIntosh. Ty McIntosh up into P3. He's got his teammate David Westergreen right behind him. Oh, McIntosh, a little bit of contact with the wall. That's going to cost him a whole lot of time. He is falling back. Here comes Gavel moving back up into P3. They better hurry. They're starting to lose ground.
Look at there, as we see Aaron Smith now starting to inch his way to the top 5 with only 3 laps to go here. It's still anybody's race.
It's the freshest tires.
Sir, but he is running out of time. He's running out of laps. Lytle and Hibbs still battling for the win as we got 2 laps to go from California. Gavel trying to run these 2 back down. He's got McIntosh trying to draft with them as they're side by side for the race lead. Hibbs to the inside. Will he try the slider? He's keeping it middle. Slide up and will clear Tate Lytle. Lytle getting a little bit sideways as the rest of the pack, they're starting to make their way back up. But they're still 2 car lengths back. Side by side once again, going down into turn 3.
Tate Lytle taking that 3rd middle line there as... Or sorry, Gavin Hibbs taking that 3rd middle line.
Oh, they got close. They're side by side. White flag. 1 lap to go from California. Gavel is here. It is a 3-way fight. What will Gavel do? What will Lytle do? Hibbs running that fourth line. Lytle clear for the moment, but Hibbs is going to have the momentum. Lytle clears. Here comes Hibbs to the inside, trying to get the lead back. Oh! Lytle makes contact with the wall.
Can he keep on to
That's
second
gonna-
place?
I don't know. That slowed him up. He's going to have the run. He's sideways, wheeling it off the corner. Side by side with Hibbs at the line. It's Lytle. Tate Lytle with the comeback. Wins at California's and wrecking behind. Big chunk. Oh my God. Isabella. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. I'm losing my voice from that. Oh my goodness. What a finish. Woo.
Hey, Lytle.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely excited there, and as you can see from his webcam, throwing his fist in the air.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen. What a finish.
Absolutely. Tate Lytle wrecked earlier in the race to win it all.
He was involved in multiple incidents, but he kept plugging away, got that 56 car fixed up, and he goes out and he takes the win. The first official win in the 2003 Cup Series goes to Tate Lytle. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Absolute photo finish towards the end. I definitely thought Tate Lytle was not going to be able to pull that move off after that slight wall touch there, but carried the momentum and made it work and wins tonight's race. Oh.
No kidding. He lost so much ground from that, but he was able to time the crossover and just had enough grip in that right rear. You saw him, he was sideways, he was wiggling, he was absolutely driving the heck out of that 56 car, and he had enough grip and enough speed to pip Gavin Hibbs at the line for the win. Gavin Hibbs, one of the most, if not the dominant car of the night. I'm fairly certain he led the most laps, but unfortunately for the 95, just unable to lead the one that really matters. But a fantastic drive from him. And Chris Wright brings it home P3. Chris Wright. Oh my goodness. He was wrecked like what, 40 laps ago? And he brings it home top 3. What a comeback. Unbelievable. And Aaron Smith, he had the fresh tires, but brings it home P5. You wonder what would have happened if he stayed out, but you know, that's the thing about racing. You never know. That's why you roll the dice. As we have our race results here. Tate Lytle, your winner, from Gavin Hibbs and Chris Wright, your top 3. Ryan Galvin and Aaron Smith round out the top 5. Ty McIntosh, Gerald Campbell, David Westergreen, Alate Norgard, and Joey Bailey with the top 10. Then we have Ray Bracey in 11th, David Trailer in 12th, Vincent Isabella 13th, Jacob Adams 14th, Caleb Becumer rounding out the top 15, Zach Evans, Connor Thompson, and Trey Eatson 18th, and I will pass it over to you, Zach, for the remainder of our race results.
In 19th, we have Ethan Stanley, right beside him, Chad Frankenfield. Tough night for him. Justin Wadesworth as well. In 21st, rounding out the top 21, Michael Hossack in 22nd, Mark Rebels in 23rd, and 24th, Nick Massey, and 25th, David Phillips. Cadle player, 26th, 27th, Sam Boatwell, 28th, Scott Crump. He was one of the front runners as well. Just got caught up in one of those unfortunate wrecks. William White in 29th, and running out in 30th, Jonathan Cutlip. Hate to see it. Another one of our front runners from tonight. 31st, David Huckleberry. 32nd, Paul. A bunch of letters. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna butcher that name. And 33rd, Jared Rexings. And 34th, Daniel Gore. 35th, Paul Samuckelberg. And 36th, Frank Fody. 37th,
try that
Ryan
again?
Berg.
I don't think you were even close. And you can't say Paul Butcher letters because that's already somebody else's name.
That is true.
I believe it's Paul Schmallenberg.
Schmallenberg. Okay, Paul Schmallenberg. I'm gonna be so bad with that name. I don't know. I'll get it through the series. I promise. Ryan Berg's in 37th. Andrew Hardcastle in 38th. Tommy Ryan, thank you. 39th, 40th. And to round out your top 40, Jesse Racimes in 41st, Ellis Thomas in 42nd, Andrew Rucker in 43rd, Jeff Ryan. And to round out your grid for today, in 44th, Cale Pocock. Whew.
Oh, man. Now that we've had some opportunity to catch our breath, let's get to our top 3 finishers. We'll start it off with our finisher in P3, Chris Wright. Chris Wright, James, up in the booth. You got a copy.
I got you, boys. I did not think I'd be having this conversation tonight.
Yeah, that's my first question. My brother, where did you come from?
Well, I felt like we were pretty strong. I felt like Tate was pretty strong. There was a group of guys that you felt like were pretty good there at the start, and all the different strategies. And this thing just broke into a total you-know-what show. A bunch of guys out here just, looking, for lack of a better word, looking like clowns. Like, it was pretty ridiculous there in the middle part. There was some stuff that happened that was just racing deals, but, there was a lot of just, I don't know what people were doing, if their helmets were on backwards in the car or what, but there for a little while it was pretty ridiculous. But we ended up getting her fixed up. Had to fix her up twice, fixed 7 minutes of damage. Tate will come in here and tell you about his. He had to fix a ton of damage as well. Ty came up there, fixed a ton of damage, but once we fixed it up, it was pretty good. And at the end there, we had a little bit fresher tires than the guys in front of us, but it didn't, I don't think, made a big difference. This was more of a pack race. Kind of disappointed that the tires didn't wear more, and that we got to do something about this draft. I don't know if anybody from iRacing pays attention to this, but if you're out there listening, good Lord, we got to kill some draft in this car, because they did not draft like this in this car. I think it needs to be killed by about 80%. Like, this is just, you guys saw it. It was a straight up pack race out there at 200 miles an hour. It really wasn't a whole lot of fun. We never ran long enough to get into a green flag cycle to see if the tires would wear off or anything like that. But overall, it's a frustrating race through the middle, but I'm just over the moon with the result to finish third after all we went through tonight and having to fix the car. Basically got a backup car out here and to get third there at the end and salvage the points with this being a season-long points format. That's a great night, really. That night could have been our drop week, and instead we're going to get a podium finish out of it.
Yeah, you talk about incidents. Obviously, we saw you get involved in an incident early on, and then saw you in a second incident with Paul Schmallenberg there. Take us through that and what happened with that. Obviously, you were not amused at that situation.
Yeah, are you trying to get me in trouble, James? You trying to get me to say some stuff up here?
Listen, you can say whatever you want. You're not going to get in trouble with broadcasting.
I said what I thought about it when it happened, and I just think people need to be a little smarter. Like, smarter decisions need to be made by more than just him. Like, he was the guy that wrecked me, so of course he was the guy I signaled out and whatnot. But hopefully tonight everybody learned about this series, about these cars, and got a feel for it. And, like, smarter decisions just need to be made across the board about getting into people and realizing, that we're all in a kind of a pack race. I don't know if people didn't expect that or what, but if I drove in any deeper, I was going to hit the guy in front of me. So it's just one of those things where hopefully smarter decisions are made next time, because, like, we can't keep doing this right here when we race I know tonight's a 2-mile track, but our 1.5 miles are going to look a lot like this until iRacing puts out some kind of fix. If they even decide to fix it, maybe this is what they want, and if so, that's kind of disappointing because this is not, I don't think, what anybody wanted out of the Gen 4 car. It's fun to drive. You feel that lack of grip, but just the draft kind of keeps everybody close. So, until that gets fixed, we're gonna have this at the 1.5 miles and whatnot. So hopefully everybody kind of understands what to expect moving forward and it just makes a little smarter decisions.
Alrighty, well, that was a heck of a comeback, heck of a performance, and any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you like to give?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to obviously Blue Egg Marketing. They're on the car tonight, and will be most of the season. Might see a couple different paint schemes pulled out. And speaking of paint schemes, got to talk about Ray Bracey, Bojo there. He painted the car, did a great job with the car. Can't wait to show off all the schemes that he's put together for us this season and that are coming soon. We'll get to see a few more, down the pipe. But he does a great job, so look him up there, Bojo Ray Bracey. Of course, everybody at Lake Norman, I know I got my teammate right there at the line for this interview, and he doesn't get one. So just edging out Ryan there at the end. And congrats to Tate Lytle, Jake, Nick. I communicate with them throughout the race, and all the guys that came back. I saw Ty was wrecked at one point, Gerald Campbell. Shout out to Westergreen. I mean, there was a lot of guys who just stuck it out and realized that, this is a long race and the points format. A lot of guys were thinking about that, sticking it out. So I can't wait to see what we got moving forward. Daytona next week is probably going to be, man, you're just going to hope you don't get that motor damage. That way you can fix it, because I think everybody's going to be fixing damage next week. So see how that plays out. Hopefully it was good for you guys. I think this is your guys' first broadcast, right, James and Zach? How much work have you guys done with us? So thanks for coming on board, and shout out to Chad for putting on this league tonight, even though I know he's not thrilled with how I acted during the race, but I'm sure that'll be a conversation that we have later. Nonetheless, he does do a lot of work for Elite and whatnot. So, oh, and one more thing. I got to apologize to Dave. I didn't mean to get into the back of him on one of those restarts with like 40 to go. And I thought he was going to give me the top, and then he washed up, and I was like, okay, I'll go under him. And when I went to go under, he did in turn give me the top, but it was too late. I know he didn't spin or anything, but did not want to turn that Texas Terry throwback there. So I hate that the contact happened at all. So I apologize to him publicly here. So hopefully he hears it. If not, I'll send him a message as well.
Alrighty, Chris. Well, we thank you, and hopefully we're talking to you again here next week.
All right, see you boys later.
Alrighty, Zach, it's your turn to talk to our P2 finisher. Your pick.
Evan, this is Zach in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Tough break for you tonight. You were running up front a lot tonight, and I chose you for my race pick because you looked pretty strong. Kind of, how are you feeling after being so close all race?
There's part of me that it's sucks that it's over, because I felt like if we had one more lap, we could have gone past Tate maybe, but at the same time, I'm just relieved that it's over with how tough it was to get track position with how this car was around this place. But all in all, just glad we kept her clean for the most part. It's, we had a moment there with me, Cutlip, Stanley, or not Wadsworth, Crump there. But besides that, nothing too major that plagued us for the race or set us back. So to finish second is a big relief with how tough this race was.
Absolutely. I would say with the amount of cautions and carnage that we saw tonight, did you think you were going to be up here in the top two fighting it out with Tate Lytle towards the end there, or kind of what were your thoughts throughout the race as it progressed?
I knew it was going to be a dogfight with how strong the draft is, but I didn't expect it to be Tate after what happened to him. I think we're going to have to send that 56 to post-race tech to see if that was legal. But
My car got rebuilt a couple times.
Yeah, Tate was in Discord with Tate and talk about how he was driving the modified around for that early part of the race. But congrats again. But congrats to him. Through all the adversity that he went through this race, he was there at the end. He deserved it. But you know, sucks being a bridesmaid in this first ever 2003 series race.
Absolutely. I'd say I feel like we'll see more good stuff out of you in these Cummings Racing races coming up soon. I mean, you were very dominant tonight. So before we send you back to the waiting room, is there any sponsors or anybody you'd like to shout out for?
Mostly the guys that got me here with Strictly Stock Motorsports, Numbers by Joe, and then Hibbs Design. You know, we, you know, especially Strictly Stock, we've been in a group for a long time now, and you know, I feel like those guys have pushed me to be better and run a lot more iRacing. You know, credit for them to keep me going on the sim for the last, I want to say, 8 years now. And then lastly, Racecraft Academy. You know, me, Paul, and Stanley. I think maybe Wadsworth too. I'm not entirely sure, but you know, all four of us were running really great tonight. Just unfortunate circumstances with Paul, Stanley, and Justin there. You know, looked like we had a shot of all four cars getting a top 10 tonight, but you know, just unfortunate circumstances again with those guys. But you know, to get a P2 in my first race with Racecraft, you know, it feels really good.
Good to hear. Well, we'll hopefully talk to you again in the booth in the coming future. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you have a good night.
Yeah, thank you guys, and thank you for putting this broadcast on. I can't wait to go back and watch it.
Alrighty, and that was our P2 finisher, Gavin Hibbs. James, if you'll take it away to talk with our race winner, Tate Lytle.
Yes, sir. Tate Lytle, James up in the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Well, how about it, comeback kid? What a performance. I don't even know where to start. First off, you were involved in a couple of incidents, like the just absolute bad luck. Take us through your thoughts after you got involved in the second one and you're having to spend all that time getting the car fixed.
Yeah, thankfully the second one didn't add too much time, but I did have 6.5 minutes from when the 69 kind of got spit up the track into me. It was a long road. It took me about 6 or 7 cautions. I went a lap down once on accident. Got the free pass and then got one more caution with about 35 to go and lined up 12th. And I was thinking in my head, like, man, I probably just did all that work just for it to happen again. And they wrecked around me a little bit, and I got another 4X from a wreck, but I didn't really feel it in my hands. And it was kind of a dogfight between me and Gavin there. I got around Ryan, and it just kind of felt like a dogfight between me and Hibbs. He had good position on me going down the back, and he drove it in there the 3, and I just really backed it up and got back to the throttle fast as I could and tried to just aim for that second lane so I didn't get into him. Got a nice side draft off of 4 and just hooked a left and hoped that he didn't hook me, and thankfully he didn't. That was a phenomenal race there at the end. I'm sure it was a little rough to watch as a viewer the first 105 laps, but glad that me and Gavin were able to hopefully make up for that a bit. But crazy race. Got a shout out Brett Wentz, Days Got By Vintage Racing Apparel. He's been on the car for gotta be since COVID, so since before that, 2019 maybe. So we're going on 6 years. So shout out to him. Got this throwback Kevin Harvick, in my opinion, the best paint scheme to ever grace the eyes of anyone on a Cup Series track. Nice throwback made by Bojo Designs. And yeah, I'm honestly shocked. I thought I was going to be real happy to finish about 18th, and the race kind of came to us and worked out exactly really how I needed it to have a chance. And I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of how these cars move around, as opposed to not really feeling like I know how the next gen moves around. So I was able to kind of put the car in some spots that I feel like I wouldn't be comfortable putting the next gen in, and able to somehow come out on top, photo finish with Gavin. And, I mean, the cars look great. Shout out to John Cutlip and Ray Bracey and a few other guys that made some paints, but all the cars look great. Glad we were able to put on a little show for you guys there at the end.
Yeah, putting on the show is kind of putting it mildly, and you pretty much took care of everything right there. But one more quick question before you go. So all of us up in the booth, we thought going into turn 3 on the last lap, we thought you had hit the wall, because right when you went up, we saw some sparks around the rear of your car. So we thought you had hit the wall, and that's why Gavin had such a head of steam going into the last 2 corners.
That's probably a little netcode wall hit. That's just called maximizing your corner entry, I suppose. And that's that Oregon internet trying to get all the way over to Boston for the servers. So I don't think I hit the wall. Honestly, I told Gavin and them, I'm like, I gotta catch my breath. I don't even know if I breathed. I took a breath that whole last lap. So, but I'll have to watch it back and see if I actually hit it or not. I really don't remember. I just remember gassing up, coming down the hill. I'd kind of found a little line there where I could enter kind of high and then just gas up, going down the hill and be able to at least maintain pace and kind of side draft them down the straights and clear center I wanted to. But the top, I hope iRacing fixes the car a little bit. The top is a little too, I don't want them to move it too much, just a little bit. The top's a little too strong, I would say. The draft is way too strong, and I feel like the side draft is way too strong. But hopefully if they fix one, the other fixes itself too. But all in all, at least we were able to put on a good finish for you guys. And hey, I'll take a win where we can get them, because I don't get to do this too much these days. So.
Yes, sir. Well, we thank you for putting on the show, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week, Tate.
Actually, Tate, before you leave, I do have a question. I want to know what's your celebratory drink of choice? I saw you drinking a little bottle-shaped liquid there after you took the checkered flag.
I don't know. So I live in a small town of the Safeway here, which is all we got. Kind of sucks. If you don't like IPA, there's not very many options other than like the normal stuff. And I wasn't feeling the normal stuff, and I wasn't feeling an IPA. There's about 25 options for that. So I got the Widmer Brothers American Hefeweizen, which it just kind of looked appetizing. I don't know if it's the yellow, little lemon in there, but it sounded better than the normal Coors Light. And after teaching summer school for 6 hours, I felt like I needed a little something. And then when you're riding around 20 seconds off the pace in 21st, you kind of just start throwing them back. And next thing I knew, I was in the race. So, you know, if you're watching me, cheers, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Alrighty. Well, we thank you once again, and that's our race winner, Tate Lytle.
Later, fellas.
Well, that was one heck of a debut for us there, Zach. Try to gather your thoughts on that one, and yeah, how about it?
Absolutely. That was not the finish I was expecting from tonight at all. I thought we were going to get something similar, but not almost photo finish from a car that was rebuilt. I kind of agree with Gavin Hibbs here. Maybe we need to send that car to post-race inspection to see if it wasn't a second car. But congrats to Tate Lytle. An amazing race. Definitely one of the best drives of tonight. I have to give it to him with being involved in so many of those accidents and pulling it off for the race win. I mean, those are kind of like my thoughts for this. There was so much that happened. I'm still trying to gather some of it. James, what are your thoughts on how that L ended?
Yeah, that was definitely one of the wildest races that I have seen. And to have that be the first official race that I did play-by-play, it's a heck of a one to break in with. The fact that you could hear my voice starting to give out right there those last couple laps, because I was yelling and screaming and flipping out so much, but yeah, hopefully everyone watching enjoyed what we were able to put together, and hopefully this is the first of many as far as exciting races that we get to call.
Absolutely. I'll say I'll be looking forward to the next one, and hopefully it'll just be just as good as it was tonight.
Indeed. Well, I do believe that will do it for us tonight. So, for my broadcast partner, Zach Dimmel, I am James Watson, and our producer, Carlos Acosta, and we will see you next time for the 2003 Cup Series presented by 3Y TV. Have a good night, everyone.